ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Man, it's already been the full week. That's kind of crazy. Oh, hold on. Before I forget, I need to send a text. Because I was forgetting, and it's someone's birthday, and I didn't send anything. Hold on. Hold. Oh, okay, let me okay, just send that and send. Okay. I was like, yeah, it was too early when I remembered last, and now I was like, did not forget to send it in general. Hey, good guys, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How's it going? How's it going? Man, I forgot his name. Oh well. All is fine. All is fine. You know, I had a nap earlier in the day. That's how my day was going. It was basically like I ate some food. I did some went on a walk, and then I was still hungry, and then I was like, then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna eat some more food. So I basically ate all the calories for the day by like 1, and then I had a nap, and then I ate some cherries. So I'll go on another walk once. What's it called? Once I am what's it called? Once I'm done with the stream. Otherwise, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You know. Haven't heard anything from anyone yet, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully next week, hear something from somebody. We will see. We will see. But yeah, today is going to be some PCG stuff. I had an idea where You know how in yeah, hopefully. You know how those old I don't know if they're old. At this point I guess they're old. Those the Slender games where you would go around a forest and then you'd find a piece of paper and then you have to go find the next piece of paper, right? But I was like, okay, what if I did that with PCG? Not the same thing, but basically I would make it so somewhere in the area like a platform spawns and you know stuff spawns around it, and when you go onto the platform disappears, it appears somewhere else, and the entire like area around it regenerates every time. So just like a simple demonstration of the real-time aspect of PCG. So I was like, you know what? I was gonna do that, and I was like, should I do that? Like, should I set that up between like today? I was like, nah, that seems like a fun thing to actually set up during the stream. So I was like, you know what? Let's do that. Is it just that creating Slenderman with Unreal Engine 5 PCG? The thing is, there's not, because the environment doesn't change. It's just, hey, we just create a forest and you're done. The Backrooms video do well? I mean, it did okay. I don't think it did like anything crazy. Hold on, let me see. Backrooms. Yeah, it did okay. It's doing above average, so yeah, I guess it did well. The retention on it is garbage. Average retention, 12%. But then most of my videos are like really bad retention, unfortunately. The problem with like a Slenderman, right, is that it's just a forest. I mean, different parts of it, I think. I never play them, but like it's a forest and then just a piece of paper. It's just in different locations. You just have to find them all. It has nothing to do with like real-time generation. Just, hey, create an environment and just put some papers in. Yeah, I just need to think of some cool concepts in general. I want to think of some like games. If I could think of some like even small games that you can make using PCG, I think that would be like entertaining. Just making small games with PCG. If the forest is simple, put in the video too. The problem with is for things like forests and stuff is I don't have assets. I don't have like forest assets, so I'd be using like those low res, you know, PCG like foliage trees and things of that nature. Right? It wouldn't like be like these like nice high quality trees and stuff. So just the Slenderman had like decent visuals. Come on. But yeah, I need to think up some interesting like game ideas, I think, and show how to incorporate it. Things of that nature. And kind of go for them. I might also do like some tool stuff, I was thinking, but I don't know. I do want to do some more like I want to do like another series. I just don't know what of. But how to use PCG real time might be interesting. Yeah, well, that's kind of the idea for this weekend's video. That's what I'm going to be making right now. Yeah. Not with that exact title, but like yeah, it's the real time PCG stuff. Because I did a test earlier, so I did confirm 5.4. Specifically, you can now package and do real-time PCG, which is awesome. So it is now packageable. When you attach a real usage with it, it's easier to catch people's interest. It is. It is. So, yeah. I just wish Megascans had trees. You're typing a big message there to send it in multiple text. Yeah, the YouTube message limit is like really short compared to Twitch's, isn't it? Like, it's like barely anything. YouTube live chat message limit 50. Wait, no, that's not. Character limit 200. No, that's not it. I have no idea. I just remember not being able to send like long messages like you can on Twitch. On Twitch, you can send like essays or at least paragraphs. On YouTube, it's a little a pain. Also on YouTube, when you do like super chats or like the amount you can write is directly correlated to the how much money you throw at the person, which is real odd. I'll give that the props to Twitch on that one, where if what's it called, if you like do send a message, like you just that's the message limit. It just doesn't matter how many bits you throw at it. It's not going to increase or decrease. It's just that's the message limit, and the message limit is pretty big. Yeah, so it is around 200. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, shall we get started? Let me and come here. Oh. So yeah, let's go 5-4. Yeah, we'll be making like third person template, I guess. Yeah, because I'll need to run around. Could do some top down stuff, but third person. Everyone knows third person. Okay. What do you want? This is going to be real time PCG tutorial. I already have a real-time PCG. I can do 5-4. Sure, you know what? Sure. Create it. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's enable some stuff. PCG. Yes, I'm fine with it. Restart. Okay, so. Look, I made a game, Ma. I can already run around and jump. Isn't it great? Aren't I the best? I wish I could do this with sprites. This right here. But no. Do you remember the material setup I shared yesterday? Is there any Patreon tutorial project with that setup? No. Because that's just the one that comes with the like with the stuff, but also like, see right here, yeah, see, yeah, because this is it. This is all doing the same thing. This is built in, right? Same thing. You don't need Dungeon Architect. It's just the base grid already does that. See how it sticks? but it's also like, let's see. Yeah, this is the same system. It's just more advanced. Yeah, because you can control like different aspects of it, different colors and whatever else. Yeah, all the functionality is already like, that's why, right? The top of this is darker, lighter lines. This is, so you don't need that. You just need to get the base. But yeah, the one I showed was just the Dungeon Architect version of it. So, yep. Okay. Yours didn't work because of the UVs? Yeah, well, you have good UVs. These versions work off UVs, so you need to make sure you have good UVs. That is very important. That's in general, when you're making models, like when you're actually creating the assets, you need to have good UVs. When you're doing the blogging, it doesn't matter. But when you're creating the actual models, yeah, you do make sure you have good UVs. Shitty UVs will just entirely ruin a model. Okay. Come here. How do I want to do this? Let's go with maybe I could do it on this. That your UVs were fine the last 2 days. You feel, I mean, that's fine. That's called learning. You're not gonna be great at the beginning. If you want, send a screenshot of your UVs. I could review them real quick. I'm good with UVs. So, yeah. Okay, we're gonna need a few things. So let's make a new folder. PCG. So we're going to need this little platform that when you spawn on it, it vanishes and generates a new one. So let's make a new actor. Just create a cube. Quite thin, and maybe like let's see how it is. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. I'll also give it like lime green color so we can just see it better. And I'll add a box collision. Oh, why is the scale? Why is this? Oh, it's because it's going off of. Oh, that's right. Attach. Reset. There we go. I was so confused. Like, I'm not so confused, but like something's going on here. Make it 100 and then just up. Overlap all dynamic. Let's do custom. Ignore everything. Pawn overlap. Yeah. It's enough humiliation for this week? Why is it humiliation? That's just called asking for feedback. There's nothing humiliating about asking for help. That's just how people learn. It's fine. I ask for help all the time. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we have this. That should be fine. And now what I want to do is I mean, I could just go with a spline again. I could. I don't want to do it. Okay, well, we're gonna need like just spawn at any new location every time we step on it. So actually we can set that up now. So let's do on component begin overlap. Is player controlled? So if it is player controlled, I'm just gonna move. I'm just going to move it. I'm not even gonna just spawn a new one. I'm just gonna yep. Set actor location. And basically, I need to set it. I'd like to set it like in this range, which is what, 3850, roughly, 3800. Split. So random floating range. Negative 3800 to 3800. And yeah, up top. So now, bam, boom, there it goes. Ta-da! They help these days, but you're feeling off today. Oh, it's okay. It's Friday. You're completely allowed. Boom. Okay. So, right, so we now have a little platform. When you get onto it, it moves to a new location. So now we just need to create a PCG graph. There it is over there. We have basically creating an environment, and every time you step on it, it creates a new environment around us. Nice and simple. So, let's I'll create it from a spline as usual. I could do, I mean, I could project it down from like a volume, but yeah. Forest. Okay, and we're also going to need a PCG graph. Oh, yeah, there's graph instances now. So this is going to have a spline. And PCG graph. Cool. I'm just going to... Spline point type, linear. Good enough. Okay. Now. Yeah, it's spline data. Spline sampler. On interior. Bounded. We also want to randomize the point locations. So randomly rotate them, randomly offset them. Maybe a little more. And maybe even randomly scale. Okay. Then we also want to make sure that they're not overlapping this box. So get all get actor data. This is going to be all world actors by class. And this is going to be a single point. And now if I sample this, there's our single point, which is all we want. And now we just get a difference node. And now if I do that, right, it cuts it out. Oh, instead of minimum, we want binary. So then it actually removes it. Instead of changing the density, it just removes it. Okay, so that's good. And now we need to spawn things. Mesh entries. So we do have trees, but we don't want all trees. We want some variation. We're also gonna set up, you know what we can do? We can do a few of these. Some trees, some not. So let's give a few. This is gonna be the trees. And I'm going to do a, after this, I'm going to do a noise. Wait. When I do, there is a density noise now, but it just gives me an attribute noise. Interesting. So they made it, they reintroduced density noise, but they just made it, it just automatically sets the density. Odd. Okay. Right, but now it gives us the randomizer, and now we can do a density filter. So like 0.7. Okay, so we have less trees, which is good. Now, it's not, every time it moves, it's not actually regenerating. Also, where the hell did it go? Guys, am I blind? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's make it like 5. And 0.1, just a little bit thicker, or like 0.2.
Ads are here.
Oh,
Pausing for ads.
that's time. Already ads, huh? Oh, it's okay. I feel like we're already close to finishing this, which is great. Hey, on Fail Cafe, welcome in. So today, I discovered some rust in some areas. And I figured, you know, I should get some rust remover. And I don't know how well it's going to do, so I figured, you know, I'm sure I've inhaled some rust in my time. So I'm going to remove it from me first, and to see how it works, and then we'll go from there. Well, hello. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, no, if it's late, you don't have to be here to stay up late with it. I appreciate the positive words on Fail. Much appreciated. But yeah, we're you know, having some a little rust remover today. And ads are done. I'm going to populate this with lots of grass. Lots of grass, and I think there's some other things we have. Definitely grass everywhere. Grass and maybe some other stuff. Okay. So looking good. Oh yeah, that's easier to tell, right? So right now it is not regenerating every time. So we want to regenerate every time. So let's do that. So if we go to our platform, right, and event graph, so it's going to set the new location. And then we need to add a variable. And this is going to be our BP forest. Type of BP forest. Object reference. We're gonna grab that. Get PCG get graph instance from the PCG component. Where is it? All the way in the bottom, is it? Excuse me? Why? Oh, that's why. That's why I'm like not finding it. Like, what's going on? Freaking was still under having context sensitive off. Rust remover sounds great. WD-40 smells so freaking good. WD-40 isn't rust remover, is it? Is WD-40 a rust remover? I think when I was a kid, I was then pressured that it was like a lubricant for cars, but later on I saw like a video or like a poster where that just said WD-40 is not a lubricant. I had a Rubik's Cube that I knew how to solve. Hold on. I still have a Rubik's Cube. But I used to know how to solve it. And, like, this thing's old. Old and dusty now. But, yeah, it's been way too long that I don't remember anymore for these days. But it was so rough to move that me and my friends, this was like middle school, maybe high school. We're like, well, he's a car guy. He has WD-40. Maybe we just use some WD-40 inside of it to like loosen it up. I mean, it worked. You know, it's still to this day like very like nice to like move, but we use it as basically as lubricant, which I guess it's not. Is PCG meant to generate landscape, or is it possible to do weapon stuff? You can do whatever you want. It's just a point. All PCG is just a point sampler. What you use with those points to generate is up to you. You can put it on a landscape. You can generate static meshes. You can have it spawn decals. You can do like tons of stuff. I feel like a lot of people are also sleeping on the decal front with PCG. WD-40 is designed to loosen the bonds between rust and the metal surface it adheres to by penetrating the porous layer and using its lubricating property to loosen it. So it is a lubricant? Because it uses lubricating properties. WD-40, it's grease that's kind of a lubricant? Yeah, so... Hey, so TV, welcome in. AKA rust remover. Well, no, he didn't say it removed the rust. It's just said it... I guess. Loosen the bonds between rust and the metal surface. Yeah, loosen the rust to make it easier to remove the rust. But it itself did not remove... Like, it doesn't dissolve the rust, from my understanding. The way it's phrased, it's like... I think of it like soap and dirty dishes. If you pour soap on the dirty dishes, right? It by itself, if you leave it alone, won't magically make the things clean. It will make those bonds between the dishes and the dirt on them loosen, so you can just scrub it off. But it itself has not removed the dirt. It has made it so you can just swipe it away. But if you leave it there, the dirt will just reattach itself because it hasn't disappeared. That's how I'm thinking of it. You have to have a good one. Thank you so much for stopping by. Wait. Is it not generate anymore? Get constant PCG graph? What? Oh. I don't need to do the graph instance. That's what... Right. WD-40 is kind of a brand now. You can have a lot of variety of lubricant, rust removers, and more. Yeah. Oh. It did... Oh. You... Open and also... convert to validate get. So if we don't set it up, PCG forest not selected. Okay. So now if you go here, there, it just screens PCG forest not selected, and there's no errors. Excellent. But now let's go ahead and just sample here. Okay, so now did I not do I did force? Oh, it's because here it's generate unload. We need to do generate on demand. There's also a new now generate on runtime. Generates only when it's scheduled by runtime generation scheduler, but we need to schedule generate on demand. Still no? Wait, why? But why? Oh. I'm dumb. I'm regenerating it with the same seed. Of course, nothing's changing. Look, it's fine, guys. You know, it's fine. There we go. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that's working. So let's go ahead and just let's populate this place with like grass and stuff. Let's do another spline sampler. This time instead of 500, we'll do like 250. That should be fine. I do want a difference node still, because we want to remove all of this. So basically, don't put it where the trees are. But actually, we want to do that after we do the transform points, because we also want to do that here. And now, static mesh spawner. Grass. Where are these located? Seedling, that's what I want. Okay, we need considerably more. Also, why am I having them spawn here? This shouldn't have... Oh. It's because I need to... Yep. Take these points, and these points. There we go. Okay, so we want much more of these, so let's do like 100. Do even more. That looks good, and maybe we do a little self pruning. Self pruning is a little too much, though. Yeah, the pruning thing does not look as good. But it does mean that around all of the trees, we do not have any more. They're way too big. let's decrease the size. Let's do 1 and maybe like from 0.5 to 1 is the variation. And also now it's extremely hard to see the green platform, so maybe we change the color of the platform. Make it orange. There it is. Now, one thing I am noticing, right, is with the amount of points we have, of course, it is generating them, but it's not like instantaneous, right? Which makes sense. Which does make sense because it's a lot of points. Because if I go ahead and just, well, not do the foliage or the little trees, right? That's instantaneous. So this is a good example of like, hey, if you're going to be doing this to regenerate a lot of stuff at once, watch out. But yeah. Let's reduce the amount of them a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. We could probably even go even lower, and then we'll be fine. But yeah, the performance on this is better now. Cool. So now we have a little runtime thing. And this works packaged, which is the big thing. Actually, today when I was testing this, I was like, why isn't it working when I package? Like, because I basically converted my old system. I was like, why isn't this working when I package it? Oh, because it requires me to update my freaking the compiler thing, the programming compiler thing, the 2022 Windows 2022, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, I had to compile it. So yeah. But yeah, now it's working. Because let me just save this as my little demo thing. And this is a nice and small one where I can show how to like set this up and how it works. I probably want to also grab my collections. Surfaces. Grass. Let's grab one of these. Okay, that's not gonna fly. Just need like a spotchy grass. Splotchy? Or, that's probably the wrong word. Just something. Something with some variation. Grass and leaves. Oh, there we go. That probably will work. Sure. What beautiful high-resolution environment we have. You sure they don't have trees in Megascan? No. They have, yeah, I'll show you. So unfortunately, Megascans, like if you search tree, you'll get branches, you'll get trunks of trees, but you won't get, like this is the best you're getting. You're getting the trunk of the tree. There's no like a tree with canopy and everything. Right? Like you have like this, and it's great. You have like all the tree materials, lots of trunks of different trees, but no like a tree with a canopy. So if you want like a full tree, you need to go somewhere else. Because these are all scans, and it is very hard to scan an actual full tree. Well, the thing is, how do you assemble a tree? Assembling a tree isn't easy because of this. You see how it's flat up here and it's a hole? That's not like there's nothing here you can put that's gonna beautifully blend. It's just not gonna have it. And again, compiling, and to compile it to the engine, you need to have the all version. Your SSD is full of Unreal versions, 3 Visual Studio versions, because Unreal Engine versions all need other Visual Studio. Oh man, that's insane. Just for compiling and testing, you need a whole SSD. Ooh. Hey, to Madre, welcome in. How's it going? Get Mexican trains on the marketplace for free. They're not in quick here, but they're Megascan ones? Wait, what? Hold on. What? Why is it by Quicksil Megascans? Why is it here? Why do I need to download it separately? I mean... Oh, 5.3. I mean, it's fine. I can convert up. Can I just specify 5.4? Oh, none of them are upgraded to 5.4 yet. You know what? I'm curious. Hold on. Yeah, they have tops. Okay. Hold on. Save it all. Can I add this to a 5 show all projects? Can I add this to 5.4? Will it let me if I... As is not compatible with 5.4. Please select a close alternative version. God darn it. Oh, I can convert... So I need to make a new project. A 5.3 project. Just so I can convert it to 5.4. Oh, I can migrate it to 5.4. I can still migrate it. It'll still let me migrate it. Let's find out. Epic content. Add to project. In the... You choose your 5.4 project and choose 5.3. It'll work on your... Wait, you can do that? Cancel installation. You can do that? You select it? Is this selecting the version that you're trying to put here? I did not know this. That is amazing. It might create, the only problem it might create is if you're using deprecated material nodes. I mean, yeah, I assume, like, but then you'd have the problem when you're migrating or whatever anyway. Huh. I didn't know about it. I thought that was like, I didn't realize that would work. If it's asset, you have no, you'll not have problems. Well, I mean, I wish I knew this before because I always put them into a like a different project and then either migrated it and hope for the best, or I created a new project, put it in, upgraded the project, and then migrated it. And she's real. I mean, yeah, this is insane. This is great. I love it. Thank you. Well, let's. I want to see these in, and I want to see them. Let's swap them out. It's not a big deal if I don't, but I just want to see it at this point. I really need to get rid of like a bunch of. I have so many like from the tutorials. I have like projects here that I just need to like move onto my external and just be done with it. Just come on, download faster. I'm curious why they have Quixel Bridge, which is their own thing. Why is this not in Quixel Bridge? If it's made by the same company for the same program, why don't they just put the stuff in Quixel Bridge? I thought it was all the same stuff. This has been education. I love it, but I'm questioning it. They uploaded it here before Epic bought Pixel? A Quixel? Oh, maybe. They do look at the marketplace? Because people don't use Pixel. I used Quixel Bridge like at my previous job a lot. It was just super new. Yeah, on the marketplace it seems. Okay. By them, but just not on Quixel Bridge. Yeah, I worked in virtual production, and oh, I need to. Okay, so here we go. Foliage. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's open the stuff. Oh, these static mesh foliage. Hold on. Geometry. The new fab thing is interesting too. The new fab thing. What are you referring to? Fab is the new marketplace that unite all. Oh yeah, I remember they were mentioning that they're creating something like that. Are like what's do you know what's going on with that? Like, are they still? I assume they're still working on it. It's usable in the UEFN right for now. Oh, interesting. Why are they adding it to Fortnite before adding it to like their actual Unreal Engine? I guess they're using the Fortnite one more. I do not believe it's more testers. There's no way that I mean, there is a way, but I find it hard to believe that there's more people using UEFN than all of the companies together that are using just regular Unreal Engine. I find that very hard to believe because it's a lot of companies and like just users using, yeah, just Unreal Engine. It's very for assets and props, and the money is here. Maybe, yeah. How many people buy things in online games? Well, I'm not talking about online games. Is the UEFN just a more limited version of Unreal Engine? Because you can only use it for Fortnite? Basically. It's just a glorified, like a much better level generator that they stripped down a lot of the features from. Yeah, you don't have blueprints? Oh yeah, then I'm yeah, so it's just a very glorified level creator. Yeah. It's cool. But yeah. You can do cool things and it works very well. I mean, yeah, because it's designed for it. That's literally what it's for, right? I'd hope so. You can directly test in the Fortnite server. I mean, yeah, it is, right? It's like the old school UDK and stuff where it was built for Unreal Tournament. So like, yeah, it'll work very well and with Unreal Tournament. So they did the same thing, but they just used Unreal Engine as the base for it, from my understanding. Oh, those are like super small. Hold on. Whoa. Saplings are quite large. I didn't mean to, like... I mean, very cool. I needed something smaller. I mean, I can make them smaller. These are not consistent in their size. Okay, that's a little bit better of a variation. What's the... Okay. So we can do this, and then maybe add one more. Oh. What am I... I think I have collision here? What? Yeah, so, some of this has collision, which I want to probably remove. This is fun. Okay, this is for each one. So no collision. Oh. There we go. Probably should move the trees down and swap the ground texture, but yeah, that looks a lot better. And to find the platform now. But yeah, RVT. This is static mesh. This is not even RVT. But yeah, it is designed for RVT. Yeah, absolutely. It's designed for landscape and for RVT together. Which I will still say, RVT is such a pain to set up. Like, it is. Oh, there it is. Also, I needed like RVT to work across 2 landscapes. Dear God, there's no good way of setting it up for multiple landscapes. So, yeah, it's like if you're doing it for multiple landscapes, then, I mean, honestly, I might just keep it and just, just tile it a little more. There we go. Good enough. I think for a proof of concept to show like, hey, you can now do this, and we should be able to package this without any issues. So let's do a quick test to make sure that it packages. The one thing I'm gonna need to do is delete a bunch of the. Here's an interesting question for you guys. Maybe you know. Is there a way to delete unused assets in a folder easily? Like, I know I'm not using the foliage thing. I can just delete this entire thing. But like, right, I'm using a few of these. Is there a way to just delete? Like, because if you press delete, right, it does the force delete. But I want to just delete the ones that don't have a reference, like these, right? I want to delete these, the ones that don't have any references anywhere else, basically. An editor blueprint. Yeah, but you need to create like your own system for that. But I'm wondering if like it already like exists, but I guess not. Unfortunately. Okay, let's Brad, you can select only the one used in the editor, you know? No, like it won't package. You can set it up where it won't package anything unnecessary. That's not what I'm referring to. It's more of like, I'm gonna zip the like when I create it and I want to like upload it to, like for people to download. I don't want to include like all the unnecessary assets that are just there because I was just using them from this pack, right? From the European beach. I don't need to include all of those things. We just need to include the ones that I'm using. So just as a way of removing, right? Like those things would be good. But if there's no way of like just cleaning the project, I think there was a plugin that I saw like years ago that did it, but making an editor widget for that is not so complicated. I don't know if it is a basic feature, which is why I think it would be complicated. Because how would you do it? Because I don't even know how you would do it, editor or not. You try to delete something and see if it has a reference, but sometimes it does have a reference, just not to anything in the level. Like if you try to delete a material, it is linked to a static mesh. and the static mesh is linked to a material or something else, to like a blueprint, and the blueprint is referencing, right, the material. So they're all linked with each other, but that system is just not being used in any level. So it's not like you can just you can delete things that just don't have references, because that's not good enough. It has to be like a little more advanced. Yeah, maybe. But that won't be good enough either, right? Because one thing could have like a static mesh would be a reference in the level, but maybe something is referencing that static mesh that it needs. So that static mesh, yeah, is fine, but the other one is not referenced in the level, but it's referenced in the object. Yeah, it becomes a mess. It becomes a mess. The more I think about it, the more of a mess I think of it in my head. I'm sure it can be done. I'm sure people have done it. I think late in the evening, you know, my head is going above my head. I do want to make some tutorials on like editor blueprints, like creating some tools for people, just like things that maybe people do a lot of times, but like just make it a button. Create an editor blueprint, show how to that's set up, how that is done. Because there are some things that people do a lot. Now you can do a tool class too. I haven't kept up with it. Like I've seen some like editor blueprint stuff, but I'm not quite sure what you're referring to with the tool class. Because honestly, I haven't made an editor blueprint as of yet. I've seen them, but that's it. And will show up in the tool areas like the oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, the selection mode here. Oh dear, so that's taking a while to package. Thank you, European Beach. Also, it's B-E-E-C-H. Wait. That is a type of tree. Okay, so it's not mistyped. It is literally called B-E-E-C-H. Interesting. Okay. I'm actually not a big fan. I mean, in general, like in the English language, I'm not a fan of words that are spelled differently but are read the same way or said the same way. I don't know why. There's a lot of things about the English language that I question, but it's a different story. Sean Bean? What? An entire project, some guy named an apple props. Named it apple props with the same apple in it. You can do that because of Apple product. Wait, you can't name an apple because of an what? Yeah, remember that's what I was showing you with a Sean being, yeah, where things are also can be spelled the same but not pronounced the same. There's no rules or anything. Dear God, this is packaging longer than my actual game. This is why I'm gonna need to delete like a bunch of unnecessary files. Holy crap. My God, this is taking way too long. But that's insane. What, you can't have apples and Apple product? Is that like part of their TOS, basically? Or you're not. That's insane. What do you mean you can't have windows? People can have an object called windows. There you go, packaging complete. Thank you. Because you can have windows. Only used in level because it cooks all files. Oh, right, it's a new project. Yeah, I didn't go through all of this. Yeah, I need to add, like, I would need to. I mean, I'm doing this as a test. It's not like I'm going to be packaging this thing actually for people, so I guess it doesn't. Okay. They can package it themselves if they want to. What I'm going to do, though, is go to... packaged. Windows. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Why was it? What do you mean I'm out of memory? Hold on. It was fine in engine. There we go. I was like, you can't just say it was gonna run in engine where you also are loading in the entire UI and everything, and then just say, no, but without all that extra stuff where it's too much. Yeah. It packages and it all loads. Hello. Cool. Yeah, so it all works. Dear God, though, it's really blown. Thank you. Why is auto expose blowing things out? Like, in some areas, it's like nice. But in others, it's like really overexposed. I feel like, I mean, probably fine, but where the hell is this platform? I could have made it easier myself. There it is. Okay, so if I come here and I just, oh, yep, and it's actually swapping really fast. So there we go. So it works. Yep. Well, thank you guys for letting me know about these trees. Definitely a lot better as a demo, just going forward to be able to use trees like this and foliage. Tone mapping UE5 plus volumetric fog, maybe. Yeah, there's like a few things that's doing it kind of together. And yeah, we don't have these platforms, never have anything on top of it. Goodbye, bye. What a beautiful, like, look at those beautiful God rays. I fall deeper into the abyss. Oh, look at those rays. Beautiful. You envy me right now? Why do you envy me? What do I have to envy? Let's go to our actual game now. Your says semi-stylized game looks so good. Yeah, true. Wish it was you falling out of bounds. All you need to do is close your eyes, lie down in your bed, and just imagine yourself falling, and you feel like you're. I don't know. Have you guys ever done that? At least I did when I was like a little kid, where like I just lay in my bed and be like, and just pretend like I'm falling, and then you'll get the feeling of actual falling, or feel imagine yourself like spinning, and somehow you like, your brain gets tricked enough where it feels like you're spinning. The fun you could have in bed as a child. Okay, but now to come back to our actual game. We were last we left off working on the walls. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. That took a while to load. Right, where we can go into a room. After a second, it'll load, and also the walls start to disappear. But the walls, and then once the room's cleared, right, the walls all come down and it all works great. But the few downsides here is, one, that door does not trigger right away. And two, right now the walls are just disappearing. They're disappearing. I want them to be moving down, and that's what we were leaving off on working on. I want them lowered. I want them like moved down instead of disappear, so you can still see them. And we only want to move down the visual walls, not the collision. Which, by the way, Guguts, that system now is doubly good because now we can move the walls visually instead without moving the collisions. So, yeah. But yeah, let's go to spawn room. I'll be testing here. Yeah, because right now, right when we're here, things are moving, and then I can do this, right, and then we can cut them out, and things return as needed. But yeah, we want this to be a little bit better. So that's what we're going to continue on. But first, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. And just so we don't have ads, like as soon as I'm back, pretty much, I'm going to run the ads now. So we can delay them. Yeah, be right back.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I'm back. Okay. And they're almost in, and yeah, so we're doing this in the game mode. View. Don't need you open. Don't need you open. Okay. So, right now, if we go to here, we need to set up effectively this. Raise walls to the max, and it doesn't need it, which need to be its own thing. We can't reuse that. And we need to do its own thing for lower walls. Now, for lower walls, basically, we also want to disable the walls from like once they're in position, like we want them to stop. So when it's raised walls, right, it'll raise them up all the way here. And we need to check basically when these are equal. That means it's done. Adjust walls, or wall, room, enabled. Whether the room enabled or not, we need to control that. But in the marketplace, you have a plugin named Project Cleaner that cleans unused assets and got great. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. Because I remember seeing one like years ago. Is that the one? Let's see. Project Cleaner. Asset Cleaner automatically finds and lists unused assets in the project and allows direct. Yeah. Yep. I think this might be the one that I saw like years ago. Yeah, it's been out since 4/23. Oh, is there a different one? There's a different. Oh, this is a free one. Interesting. Unused asset deletion, empty folder deletion, or asset deletion. Oh, interesting. And it's free. This is worth I'm just gonna click free because they're available in 5.4. I kind of want to try it right now. I want to try it right now. 5.4. Install. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it works. I'm curious. Project Cleaner. Start. I'm your beta tester. You're welcome. That's my feeling. I might as well test it. Okay, so I did it. So tools. What is this? Ooh. Interesting. I didn't see this before. Be under window or be under tools? Does it tell me where to go? Is it self-explanatory? No. It's not. It's oh. Buttons. New button. Right there. All references to redirectors were successfully updated. I can't even... Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. Scan project. Okay, it failed. So do I need to click delete? Okay. Oh, that's what it's... Yeah, I always do fixed redirectors. Okay, you have to press delete, and now it has popped up with all of these. So unused. Okay. Assets unused. I can select all of them, and that's all the trees. Here's there's jogging. So this is like a lot of Unreal logo stuff. Hold on, before I do this. I'm gonna make a copy. I'm gonna make a backup first. Copy, paste. Backup being made. Sure, skip this one file. Okay. Backup has been made. If it works, that's a cool tool, but used revision control is your main project. Yeah. But like, this is like a project I'm doing, like a quick thing for a tutorial, right? This is not like an actual project that I'm gonna be working with. So if I can just migrate files and then delete them, can I select that so I can select I want to remove just these. So I can just select all these. If I make this bigger. Oh, okay. So I've selected all of these. And just delete. None of these have references. Delete. And it says unused percentage. It deleted them. That worked really well. That worked really well. If I don't want the build data, I can remove it because it's not being used, but obviously you might want to keep that. Okay. And you can check for indirect assets, corrupted assets, external one, or excluded files. I'd say that's a success. For comparison's sake, because I did make a backup now. So this is the old one. And it's 16.8 gigabytes. 16.8 gigabytes? I'm sorry, what? Check the content folder. 7.38. How's that possible? What? How's that possible? Do I need to refresh? Also, how is it showing that this one's updated later? Yeah, this is empty. Yeah, I mean, it refreshed when I... That's weird. I mean, I went into the folder, so I had to refresh then. I clicked F5 too, but whatever. It worked, okay? The size of the file or folder aside, it did delete the freaking stuff, okay? Let's just... It did succeed. Let's not question the file size. It did work. It did what it was supposed to. Successfully and very easily. So I'll give it, you know, at least 4 stars. Maybe it really keeps cache when you don't save all. No, I don't think so, because it's in the content folder. If the cache was somewhere, it wouldn't be in the content folder. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, okay, well. Main thing is it does remove them. So I give, again, 4 stars just because I don't know why the file size didn't go down. You know, that is really weird. You know, that is really weird. If I open that location again, yeah, it's the same size. And just to confirm, by the way, also, here's the foliage folder, right, that doesn't have anything. I was like, if it has invisible files, right, this would not say 0 bytes. So it's actually removed them. It just somehow... Maybe it removed them somehow from both of them? I don't know. I didn't check the other one. I already deleted it. Oh well. Maybe tomorrow the size will be less. Maybe. It's possible it removed from both of them and I just didn't notice. I'm guessing. Okay. Let's go back to our wall stuff. So when this becomes equal to this, then we could say room is no longer enabled. And then here, we're just going off if room is enabled. Doing this. Yeah, and when we're raising a wall, basically we're making the room no longer enabled. 7 gigabytes is the exact size of the tree pack, so then it's weird. Then it's definitely weird. Huh. How did it... Yeah, I'm not sure how that works then. The files are gone. The files are gone. And yet... okay. Yeah, okay. Odd. This... I might need to put this there. For now, we'll keep it here. So let's see what happens. This is all working. Now it says hello, and this no longer works. Now I've disabled it. And right, we don't have a way of... so yeah. Okay. So when it comes here, so when the room's disabled, or when this happens, this shouldn't happen. This... I should check it off of this. Because it needs to go all the way up. Oh, it's because... it should still move all the way up, but it didn't. Because what's supposed to happen is... wait. It's not because of this. What is it because of? This room enabled. But I'm not setting it to be disabled. Oh, by default it's disabled. By default it's disabled. Oopsie. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's now working. Good. Now. From here, when the room is no longer enabled, we need to see basically if I'm hiding the walls or I'm showing the walls. So hiding wall. I go in here, and these I'm just going to say hiding wall true and false. So if I'm hiding the wall to be true, then we need to do this raise wall, but we only need to do a certain part of it. We only need to do this part. I'll probably make these functions so I can just reuse them, but for now, this is fine. For this testing, we can do this. Oh, it's hide in wall true, so this will actually be in the false. The raising will be in the bottom. And the lowering, which is this. God. Yeah, this still needs to be made into functions. Will be here. And then right, instead of this visibility, we do you. And what we also need to do is a way of resetting when it's done. But for now, let's test this. It's still going invisible. How's it still going invisible? I don't think I have... Ah. That's like that. Is that the one? Okay, so it's no longer... Okay. It's no longer turning invisible, which is good, but it's not going down either. Why is it not going down? Let's find out. Is it going here? Yes. And this should be true. Yeah, okay. So, what is the problem here? Gain the player's location, the distance. Yeah, this should all be correct. Oh, the delta time didn't get moved over. Oopsie. And let me check then. Oh, delta time here got copied, but here did not. That'll do it. When there's no delta time, nothing is moving. Who would have guessed? I know why this is happening. I know why this is happening. It's silly. But I know why it's happening. Hey, Fairplex, welcome in. I'm making your first game in Unreal Engine 5, but don't have much experience. Create a spawner for spheres. You want the spawner to be triggered by the game character with the trigger box and not start at the game start. Can I help you? I mean, just look into blueprint interfaces. It's not like a simple like, hey, you know, here's like a node that you need, because you need to learn the basics of how to trigger things. Look into interactables, basically. Blueprint interface is more advanced. So search interactables, like learning how to interact between objects. There's a lot of ways of doing it. Right? You can do it hitboxes. You can do on on overlaps. You can do on hits. You can do a lot of things. So look in on YouTube. There's lots of tutorials on it. I would start there. Yeah, lots of tutorials on YouTube. Highly recommend. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't give you like a one node answer. And it'd take a while to set up an example. The reason why this is happening is I am tracing for these walls. Well, this wall here, right? Depending on where I am. Yeah, it's me. Right? The wall's moving down. So it's no longer being traced, and so it's not happening anymore, right? So what we can try doing is try is instead of tracing. And we still need to trace for that object. Because like tracing the collision is not going to help. We could try moving the trace lower. So that way it'll hopefully grab it. Yeah, like that. Oh, that. Listen, that's. And the walls are still there. Isn't that so much nicer than than yesterday when it was just appearing and disappearing? I think that's so much. We need to change the. I think change the radius of that trace. Because I think I want to see a little more. Let's see how that'll work. You have not found anything that solves your problem? Yeah, I mean, basically here, I'll do a quick search. Here, I mean, just first thing I searched. U5 overlap interaction blueprint. There's one. And here's a bunch of ones. Here's one doing Matt Asplin is great. His videos are good. This is a good one, and it shows you how to use interfaces. It seems in this one. Here's another one by him. Watch these. These are great. I've never watched this person, so I can't speak on it, but I know Matt Asplin. I was watching him, like his stuff, when I was getting started with the blueprints. That's where I begin. Yeah, interfaces are hard to but you know, that's why the other ones are better. It still shows like all the other stuff you're doing. But yeah, I wouldn't concern yourself with interfacing getting started, but it's still good to know that they exist. So, a couple of things that I like and don't like right now. So, I like the range. I wish there was a way for me to not... to not... Oh, actually, if I am... Oh, no, I want to see some... Can I see my trace when I'm doing this? If I come here, then eject. So the trace right now is actually going past me. You know what? I'm going to... I might try a box trace. Multi-box trace for objects. For duration, trace complex. Do I need to trace complex? I'll do it and then I'll disable it if I don't need to. Orientation is fine. Half size. So that we can make it different sizes. One of them is odd. So is it an X? So if I made this, let's say 500 by 500, is depth X? No. Oh. Interesting. So this means it's not rotated along with this trace. So that's what the orientation's for. So get absolute rotation? No, it'll be relative rotation. This returns a bool whether it is absolute. So I actually just need to get world, not location. Get world rotation. There we go. Okay. And now the main thing is it stops flat. So if I made this like 1500 and made this 1000, and honestly I can do minus 1000 and made this smaller because we just need the bottoms of them, really. We don't need to trace like the actual like tops of them. Okay, we just need to now do further. So the end, yeah, this end now is different. So let's do this. Your Aga Guts, well, thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy your Friday. See you Sunday for game night. Thanks for being here. When you started Unreal, it was pay subscription? Unreal was never pay subscription. What do you mean? Wait, when was it pay subscription? 4.0 was? I remember Unreal 4. I used it. I don't remember being a subscription. Wasn't Unreal 4 subscription? I mean, at the time, I was in college. And I think I was using the college computers. So maybe... So I probably didn't know about it at the time. Huh.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Interesting. If that's the case, very interesting. You don't remember Kite said is... No, I'm not sure what the reference is. Again, I was in college when 4.0 came out. Like, it was like either early or mid through college. I went to college 2008 to 2011. I think that's when Unreal 4 came out. Okay, and his Kite demo was the free mouse. Yeah. Don't remember at all. It's been too long. That's asking me to remember back to like my college days, like what happened with Unreal. Yeah. Was it like 20 bucks a month? I mean, that's not bad, honestly. But yeah. I mean, it's good that they changed their entire business model because it's helped them to get to where they are now. Really. Without their business model, their new business model, yeah, they wouldn't be here. Like this in the same scale. For sure. It's like a really good business model for like developers because it's like up to $1 million, right? You don't get charged. So good. Yeah, so fun. The reason I have the Kid and the Kite demo is someone was telling about it on my previous job where they're like, why is it so performant? And then they couldn't do like vegetation like for the LED walls. And I'm like, so I downloaded it like just a couple of years ago, like 1 or 2 years ago, and just to see like what it is. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's because for the LED walls, they wanted us to create a super dense, this is before PCG. This is Unreal 4 still. This is not even Unreal, I think it was Unreal 5, maybe Unreal 5.0. No, it was 5.1 before the new implementations of the foliage stuff. But basically, they wanted us to make like, imagine like a super dense foliage with hydrogenous, which is a flower that if you've never seen it, is very pretty. But dear God, if you're making it like actually like as a model and you want it to be realistic, like holy shit. This ain't a basic flower where you can get away with like, you know, 100 tries. If you want this to, and they wanted a field of this, like that ain't a basic flower. So we had to figure out a way of basically creating a field of flowers. The entire field of them. And it had to like be lit and everything. So yeah, like there were so many tricks that I had to like figure out and do to actually get it to work. Because again, this is before PCG. This is before nanite foliage. And we needed to do this. It was insane. And there were literally like hundreds of thousands of these flowers in the field that you need to see at once. So yeah, it was, and needed to be performant on the wall. It's insane. So the Planet Titan, yeah, it's really pretty in real life, right? Very pretty flowers. They come in all like shades of pinks and purples and blues. Very pretty. But, right, if you needed to make this as a 3D model, right, you can't just put a sphere here and call it a day. You can't just put, like, a few like, each petal, like, section here would need to have, right, its own thing, potentially. At least a square with a mask. But that's still a lot of triangles that you need to now render. So, yeah, there were lots of issues. So yeah, we ran into like tons of like issues with that. So basically, it was effectively dense foliage, effectively in UE4 because we couldn't use any of the Unreal 5 stuff because it was pre-nanite foliage time. Nowadays, you can do this a lot better. It'd still be very hard because right now you basically can do non-precise, right? For foliage, you turn on the precise triangulation, and that way the flowers don't disappear, because that was the thing. Because we didn't have the precise thing with nanite, you couldn't turn on nanite, or all the flowers would disappear, and you're left with just the stem. Right? Can't do that. So effectively, one of the solutions I came up with was, you have to like combine them and make fake, like, bundles of them. That's like the only way you could do it. And the foreground ones could be like 1 or 2 layers of more like high-res ones, but after that, no. You gotta do like fake bundles where you just see like the tops of them or something. Yeah. God damn, it was not possible to open even high-end GPUs. Yeah, like when I opened it, I was like, because one of the people like on the project was like, how is it that the Kai demo can get away with so much foliage? And I looked at him like, one, they're like in the kite demo, it's like you see like a forest, right? Or you see like a large area, but that's the thing. If you look at the actual vegetation, it's like one every few meters you have a foliage piece. We needed to do like 100 in a meter. It was like, right, the difference was like, yeah. I mean, the demo with 2 big tight NVIDIA cards. I mean, at the time, yeah. Yeah, they'll do it. But yeah, it's just, yeah, look at that. That's a lot better with the box. With the box, it's a lot better. Maybe a little bit from here. Yeah, I think I need to do it just a little bit shorter. Not get all the way to the character, so do like minus maybe just 400. I'll make it 500. This is so much nicer. So one thing we still need to change is the timing of this. Right now it takes half a second, right, for this to... Yeah, there we go. And now it no longer... Okay, so let's change the timer. Yeah, we're not doing this anymore. We're not using this. I'll clean this up. Don't worry. I want to change this. So this is one thing that maybe you guys know. When you create a timer, the first time it enters the timer, it does not trigger right away. It waits that time, and then it will start triggering it every delay. So if this was, let's say, a 10-second cooldown, it would wait 10 seconds before activating it the first time. I mean, I can just do this, and then they'll activate once, and then it'll do it on a timer. But I feel like that's, like, unnecessary. And there's no, like, initial start delay is 0, so you'd think it started away, but it doesn't. Do you do that the same thing? Okay, I thought maybe, like, there's a, you know... Like I'm the just being silly and there's like a way around it, but I guess not. Good to know. Okay, so now, right, this still works. I want to see this. Ah. So the deactivated room no longer works. Right, so we need to fix up the deactivated room. Make a sequence to do the first function and then the timer. Yeah, okay. Which if your sequence already like is what you're doing, I just have it go into the function or into like a custom event, and then it'll do the loop the second time. But yeah, I guess what you gotta do is what you gotta do. Okay, so we need to now when the we need to set the room to be enabled, which is raise walls. We just need to do raise walls to the max. So, oh, it's because of this. So here. Oh, let me just come here. I need to remove all of this extra stuff, and we need this. Oh, and we wait. We don't want to raise it to the walls to the max. Let's do this. Call this hide walls. And show walls. I think it's just show walls we need to do. And it'll come back to being... Oh, no, we need to do... No, it's not this that we need to do. It's, we need to set room enabled. Enable, room. So it goes back to regular room control. But I think we're going to have a slight issue here. It's because it's doing it on all... This. I just need to do it off of this. It's on here. Do you know the trick with a sequence node? The trick with a sequence node. I'm not sure what you're referring to. It's probably not. Make a sequence to do the first function and then do the timer. I mean, basically it's the same thing, right? You can use a sequence or you just put them in line. It's like an organization thing. When you have a clock on the node, you mean that it's doing it in parallel on another thread. So if you do, for example, a code, the out1, the sequence will make a delay, then out2, 3, 4 will launch on the same frame as out1. Does it not do that already? Does this not already do that? Shouldn't it trigger this and then start the timer on the same frame? Compared to doing it right this. Assuming this wasn't connected. Wouldn't this be the same thing? Or maybe I misunderstood. Nice! That actually worked really nicely. Because all the ones lowered and these ones are already in the right place, so yeah, I don't need to like put them into correct place. The code executes one after the other. But it still happens on the same frame. Or in the same tick. However you want to call it. So... what's the difference? This is just one thing I'm not sure what the difference is. In 6 with a delay, we'll do all the code in the same time. But in sequence with a delay, but it'll still wait the 0.5 seconds for this. Also, I wanted to make this shorter. 2.5. So you're saying it's better to do this? Basically? You can have trouble with the order. Interesting. So you're saying this method would be better? Result is the same, but you're saying this would be better using a sequence node? Just so I understand. I will not see a difference for this. Yeah, I imagine I wouldn't see a difference for this. But I mean, just in terms of, like... I wonder... So, the problem still retains... You need a node with a clock on the sequence. Like a delay of 0? I think this is one of those things where I need to see like a visual thing of it. Because I feel like it's like reading, this is not a slight to your explanation. You're doing a great job trying to explain to me. This is just my brain not understanding very well documentation. Like, just reading things and I need to see it kind of thing. I think that's a me thing. Also, this right here, I don't want those walls to go up. I think I just realized I don't want those walls to go up. Also, maybe I go a little bit further. So if I go in the corner... Well, if I go in the corner, I should only ever be like here, right? Because I should have things around the corners. But I think I should go a little... 300. So I understand, but when you have a lot of code in output 1, the code can overlap. Like I used to delay it in the sequence and some code launched before the output 1 was finished. Yeah, like I understand, like I know that if I have like a sequence and let's say I put a delay, right? Obviously I can't put a delay in a function, but let's imagine this is a delay and then I had something else here. Even though this started the delay, this would still go first. Like I know about that. Because this all basically triggers at the same time. Everything here effectively triggers at the same time, and then each one has its own like delay and like loop and all that. I think that's what you're trying to explain. If you have heavy loops, for example, or in case clearing render target. Only if you use the time node with the clock, yeah. Interesting. Okay. I think I understand. It's one of those things where, again, I need to like test it or see a visual thing. The nodes are executed on another CPU thread. Yeah, the whole multi-threading and like that goes into like programming stuff where I'm not a programmer, so that still like is above my pay grade. But I can do like the art stuff, which programmers can't. So like, I take care of that side. Okay, just real quick. Let me remove some of these nodes that we're no longer using. Just to clean that up a little. This whole thing's not being used. I'll clean this up, but right now, when this happens, I need to I don't want it to do that. So what I can do is do a custom event, disable room. And basically, as soon as this happens, on this, it should disable the room. This might not work, because I think the order of things might not work. Really, I wanted to not go up that first time. Oh. Oh. I want the walls to go up. I don't. So it worked. Just not quite what I meant. Whoops. Disable room, raise collisions. Set the room to not be enabled, and I need this raise walls. Oh, I don't need this. Okay. This will raise the collision walls. Or should raise the collision walls. In case you have a problem with node order executions, remember that? I'll try to. If you make too complex thing in 2 threads, it's a bit hacky though. I mean, I would need to start learning like how things are like set up in the multi-threading thing. Hey, look at that. That looks correct. Let me just make sure that the collision's still up. Right. So right now I can go in here, right? But if I do this, yeah, the walls are there. The collision is there. And that, and when they go up, my view is not obstructed. I still get, I'm blocked, and right. But that seems to work really well. Let's turn off the trace now. No longer need the trace, but it is actually surprisingly working very well. You know, it is surprisingly working very well. Yeah, I think this is like a lot better than having it be visible or not visible. Actually, now that it's going down like it is, maybe I can go back to like 0.5. Because with the square, maybe we could go back to like half a second delay on this timer. Because I was mostly concerned on it with the original, like the walls coming up and down, but now that we have this, right? No. Half a second there is a little... No, that feels slow. So yeah, let's go back to like 2.5. Awesome. That has worked really well. So let's test it now on the actual like full level. Sun coming out. I just noticed it's getting considerably brighter all of a sudden. Right, so yeah, those floating ones still gotta fix that. But if we come in here, bam. Those are the ones from below spazzing out. Yeah, the ones from below also get triggered. What I need to do then is set it up where all of this only happens if they're on the same level as my character approximately. So basically we need to check that this when room is not enabled, yeah, let's go player, get actor location, and check if it is can do yeah equal to get owner, and within like 500. This is to accommodate me jumping and like going up or something. Ooh. That didn't quite work. Oh. Oops. I did dumb. I'm supposed to be only comparing the vertical. Nearly equal. Oopsie. That makes sense, why things.
Ads are here. Pausing
Oh.
for ads.
Okay. Okay, ads time. That doesn't work on floors that are multi-level. That doesn't work when I'm moving up and down between floors. Can't check that because I mean I could, but that's one that I'm not sure has a good solution. Basically, I would need to see which room I'm in. Somehow. Which I might be able to do. Maybe? Depending on what get level returns me. If it returns me the persistent one of this level, then it won't work. But if it returns me the level instance, then it'll work. I'll wait for ads and we'll see what it returns. Yeah. So, I believe it just gets level. I'll put this back. I'll do a little string here. This won't work, but do print string, and we'll put you here. Yeah, persistent level, and then and then it really did not like me printing that. It really didn't like me checking that. Oh, I got display name. Well, no. Why was the display name? Oh, I just copied the display name. That's why. But it's persistent level. I don't. Check that. If I go to my event graph, did I have a way of? The one is a static mesh, and it's gonna say persistent. I wish I could tell if it was in what level instance it is. Or like in what level it is. Okay. One thing we can fix though right now is the problem of things sticking out. We gotta fix that, right? Because if we from below, hard to find one right now. Hi there. Of course, now that I want to find one that's sticking out, not gonna find anything, right? Yeah, this one, I need stuff below. Yeah, right there. We gotta fix that. How the hell do we fix that? Because that's not like a, oh yeah, that's not gonna be very noticeable. No, that's very noticeable. I mean, I could still do the problem, right? We can't do the vertical thing, like based on the player location, is because this level and the one right next to it below, right? It can be very close together, so it can't just be a vertical thing. Checking the Z value from the but let me see if I can find like a different area, the area, the difference between two levels could be very small. Trying to find like an area I can like demonstrate that with. Yeah, it's hard to find one to demonstrate with. But it's possible to have like two levels just right next to each other at low height variations. Yeah, here we go. So like this is a level, right? I'm in a level, and it has like the floors right next to it are just super low, are not that much lower, right, in this room. But obviously right now it's not spawning the room, but right, the difference between these heights is very low. So we can't go off of just player Z height. I need a way of knowing which room I'm in. And somehow communicating that to the player. If the get level worked, we could do it that way, but the get level doesn't work. And I thought for sure it would. But this returns the get path. Let's see what the path says. It really does not like me checking this on tick, by the way. Don't do this on tick. It does not like it. Okay, it's because way too many objects are checking the level on it. So I have a room manager. I think we somehow need to incorporate the room manager. Right, every room has this room manager. I can make it the full size of it. Right now it's just but I can make it the full size, and do once will help. Yeah. The room manager can get all overlapping. I can get all the overlapping actors, and I can get the reference to myself when I walk into it as well. And then when doing the trace, I can just check if it's one of those, and if not, it's a bit messy. It's messy. Because I don't have access to this thing right inside of the game mode. I have reference to my player. Each time you enter a room, you can make a cylinder overlap around the player, and adding all walls in an array, maybe? So... yeah, but that doesn't work for going down. So here's the... here's kind of the scenarios we have. Okay. Is we can have rooms have elevation, right? This could be a single room with elevation change. If you're here, you want the wall here to also go down so you can see, but it's lower, which means Z elevation doesn't work. But you could have another room that is like just here with the wall right reaching all the way to the top. It will be below this. It will be below this. Like it would be like, you know, like this, right? Because the bottom of this will not be the bottom of this, assuming it's a lower level. But even if I like trace within a cylinder right around me, that means this would have issues because it'll go in and out again. Because then I'll go right. So it can't be that. I think I'm gonna need to figure out a way of... oh no, you're fine. You're fine. There's no way you know every single configuration and like, yeah, because basically the whole system basically has rooms that are just stitched together, right? All together. Well, then there's no gaps, but I'm just putting a little gap there. And then it can go up and down, like maybe, and have them be generated any which way. And each one can be either flat or can have like verticality, which means you can have a room that is like right next to each other, like below, that's also like lined up. So you can have rooms like really close to each other. And even if you have two rooms like on the same level, if one has verticality a little bit then and one doesn't, right, you'd have like you'd have this right next to each other. And so if you were on, you'd want this to lower. You would want this to lower because the visibility on this would be bad. Z value, if you get a good threshold, will maybe work. A threshold can be small because, again, it could be the same level, right? You can't have it too small, or the ones in the same level would be a problem. What I could maybe do is make it so all of them just go down in that column. So no matter if even the ones below are just forced down and stay down. It's a bit weird. But I mean, I just want to see what it looks like. That's not an ideal. That's not a solution, but it is a. Whoa! Why are you dancing? Oh, it's because it's angled. So it's like, it's an angle. So it's not right, it's not straight up and down. So that's why it's clipping the tops of it and then it's moving it down and then so. I would need to set this up to be straight up and down. Or like straight ahead. Not from the camera. That was a good idea. Oh yeah, and we want to see if I need to trace complex or not. I think I do. Okay, no I don't. Okay, let's remove these bottom walls. Them lower floors. Let's just fix that. Ready? I think it's about time. Alright, basically, you see there's the bounds, and I have all of these just too high. If they're like this, they will not, block out. I will need to figure out, I'll make sure that I cannot jump out of the level when the doors are closed, because that'd be bad. I only need to adjust. I guess I'll adjust all of them to be lower. Oh, right, but is there a way of scaling while maintaining the pivots per object? Is that a thing? And I just don't know about it. Out of curiosity, anyone know? Because it always, scales it all based on where your pivot is of your entire selection, not of each individual piece. Okay. With a world aligner button? What is the world aligner button? What is this button? That maybe I know, but you don't know by name. Right, because you have all these, right? You can scale them and they'll all scale nicely. But as soon as you select one up here, right, you get this where it's now scaling it, these all from this axis. That's what I meant. What I'm referring to. In case it wasn't clear. Okay. It's good. This will fix this problem. The Gizmo local world toggle on the top. No, so, fun fact, for scale, like, you can't actually rotate scale in world space. I don't know if you knew this. If I rotate this, right, at 45 degree, I can only scale it locally. There is no world scale. Like, things like Blender, Maya, whatever, like 3D programs, you can scale everything locally or world, but scale doesn't work in any other way except local. I wish it did. Sometimes I want to like rotate it this way, but then I just want to go like up and just whatever, you know, distort it. But no, you can't do that. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't have that. Because it's not like he has to deform the object. It's still just scaling it. It's just scaling it in a different way. When you have a level instance in an open world that's not facing X, that's super hard to scale. Why? Oh, is it because you want to scale it in world axis, but you need to accommodate the fact that it is not world rotations? Yeah, okay, got it. I thought about it for another moment and then it clicked. Yeah. It's like that for a lot of things. Sometimes a way of getting around certain scalings when you want to scale something in world space. I'm gonna check if this works the way I remember it in a second. I think there is a way of doing it that I found. So if I have this like that, and let's say I have another one here, and I want to scale them in world space. No. Wait, why is it? Wait, why did it? No, it scales everything locally. I thought the grouping would work. Nope. I thought maybe the grouping would work. I love groups. But nope, it maintains local. It's like, I wasn't sure if I remembered it correctly, and I didn't remember correctly. Yeah, don't know why. You sure there's a reason why? Probably. It's probably a similar reason why when you're getting like you can get actor location, you can get actor rotation, but if you want to get the scale, it's not just get actor scale, it's just get actor scale 3D. There's probably a reason why it has actor scale 3D versus no, like nothing else has 3D. So I'm sure that it's something similar where there's like maybe goes back like in the before times. I'm sure they probably could do it. It's just not a priority for them. I'm guessing it never used to be that way. So it's like, why add it now? Oh, I think it's similar to I don't. You might remember this. Remember when what was it? Alt D? No, it was Control W. Control W was to duplicate. Do you remember Control W? I remember Control W. You still use it all the time in Blueprints? Yeah. For some reason, by the way, I don't know if you ever experienced it. Sometimes when you press Control D, it will not actually like. It won't actually duplicate for some reason, but if you did a copy paste, it works. I don't know if you've experienced that. I have. Where, yeah, duplicating doesn't work, but copy paste is fine. Your keyboard is a Xerty one? I'm not familiar with all the types, so I'm gonna Google it. Oh, it's called a Xerty because, well, it's a Xerty. So do you have to then rebind? You probably have to rebind everything all the time. Please, what? Yeah. Wait. Is this... Because I see accents and everything, right? Is this a standard, like how your keyboard is normally, wherever you're from? Or is this like, or normally it's still QWERTY? So this is actually how it is. Really? I didn't know this. So where you're from, this is just the standard keyboard layout. Huh. See, I'm an ignorant American. Also, hold on a second. Let me turn on the lights. Yeah, I'm an ignorant American, so my only experience with keyboards has been QWERTY. And I know other types existed, but I thought it was just like for typing. I assumed that, you know, different languages still use QWERTY, is just they have like ways of doing like accent keys and stuff. I didn't realize it's like an entirely different formatting. So yeah, so that means that when, huh? I wonder if there's a way. Are there ways of like if you were to play a game that doesn't allow you to rebind keys? Is there like a software that just automatically will convert like ZQSD, or yeah, to WASD? Like, German has quartz. Interesting. I'm learning all sorts of things today. Keyboards around the world.
Ads are here.
No, ads time.
Pausing for ads.
This is very educational. I'm gonna look through these. And I don't think that's people making their game racist, as you said. I think it's just lack of education, because I didn't know about this. I've never heard anyone ever mention this anywhere. Because ignorant American. I'm gonna look through these. Any language in Windows and change with a shortcut? Also, you have to change your language to even. Oh, interesting. I wonder if. So there's common UI, and I wonder if there's if someone will make a plugin where it's no longer like button based, like what button you press, but like position on keyboard based. I wonder if that's a thing that someone could do. With enhanced input, you can do profiles. Yeah, well, you need to do a lot of profiles because we're about to look through a lot of keyboards. And dynamically check the region. Yeah. I mean, even if it's not dynamic, when you set the language, might have an option. Okay, ads are done. So this is Belgium. Croatia. Croatia is quartz. Yeah. Yeah, so Z is here instead of here. Everything else is the same. Everything else is the same. It has obviously extra stuff, but that is flipped. Interesting. Yeah, quartz again. QWERTY. So this is what I was basically thinking of for every other region before, where it was still QWERTY, but right there's just extra extra things for like that language. Yeah, so this is like super educational. Yeah, Zerdy. Yeah, there's not as many layouts in terms of buttons as I thought. A lot of them are using the same layout. They're just like these buttons, like they use a lot of these, right, to do the symbols. But it's Quartz, Azerty, and QWERTY, it seems, are the three. And mostly like it's all on the side ones where or like a modifier, right, to do like the more special ones. That's all QWERTY, QWERTY, QWERTY. Okay, well, I mean, it's an entirely different language. It doesn't use. It's Cyrillic. I mean, you can't really compare. Right. This is like not really a fair comparison. I mean, it makes sense that it doesn't match. QWERTY. Oh, it's still QWERTY in layout. QWERTY. I appreciate that in this diagram it shows you like the original letters there as well. Brazil. Yeah, I mean, I don't. So I'm not familiar with the Chinese written language, but I know Japanese has like katakana and hiragana, where it's like the two alphabets, and then there's kanji. Does Chinese have something like that? Because this can't all be kanji, because that's physically impossible to put every single button. China's all kanji. How do you type that? Do you know how China types in Chinese? When obviously, if everything is unique, you can group them. I guess learning to type probably in Chinese is probably difficult, I imagine. Yeah, this is hiragana and katakana. This is no kanji. Interesting. Yeah, this doesn't have kanji. This is only the basic ones. Yeah, and if you group, and then I guess it's probably kanji is just how you, if it's spelled like in like the base language together, it will convert it probably. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, I can't tell you if it's the same. I can't read that at all. I couldn't tell you which version it is. Is it QWERTY or not? I mean, same thing for Japan and China. Any of these languages that don't use the English letters, I can't tell you if this is anywhere close. You have like 5 kanji for the same pronunciation. You need to choose with arrows. Oh wow. It's interesting where I wonder how that affects typing speed. Because in some aspects, a single kanji character or a single like complex thing like that can mean like a lot of words together. It doesn't have to just, it's not just dog. Could be just dog. But it could be like a more complex thing. I'm curious, like typing speed, how it would compare. But it'd be like hard to you would need to find someone that can type in both languages like proficiently to actually do like a test like that. Korean is faster? Interesting. Is Korean, do you know if Korean's also like kanji basically? I know China's kanji, and that's where Japan got their language from. I don't know how Korean is. I know it's also symbol based in a way. I think it's just a more angular. Hangul. So it's just called entirely differently. Okay. Again, ignorant American. Learning as I go. Oh, QWERTY. Okay, I can read those. Oh, can't read that anymore. Oh, interesting. Wait, why it has a slash here, but letters here? Interesting. It's divided into 4 corners, basically. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, when doing like keyboard layouts, I imagine. So I'm gonna take a wild guess. Well, how does it? Do you know how? Like each one of these languages that doesn't use English characters, how does the WASD work? Is it automatic? Because obviously they don't have a WASD on their keyboard. Is it automatically mapped to the right places though? Do you know? Yeah, I know about the right to left. Yeah. I mean, okay, this is just entirely different. This is just entirely different for Afghanistan, Iran, and Tajikistan. But I mean, like, those are letters I can more accurately read. US style keyboard, the one I know. Why's the low profile one? Is that the name of it? It's not, I thought you were trying to spell like the top here, but no, that's not even like that doesn't even like go. Oh, you tied the end. Got it. Well, this has been educational. Yeah, until now, I was under the impression that everything was by default QWERTY, and then it was just like obviously if I like it come like, the whole Azerty thing and Quartz, like I didn't realize that was a thing. Yeah, I was under the impression basically that it was like this, right? Everything was the same letter, but there might be a difference or like a modification on that letter. So this has been yeah, that's been educational. Cool. The more you know. So this is also explains why some people might yeah, be much more like, hey, we need rebinds versus others. Huh. Very cool. Okay, well, today has been what happened to my walls? What happened to the walls? Oh, it's because I shit. I'm gonna need to fix that. I'm gonna need to figure out a solution to that. I need to get the bounding box. just explain really quick why the walls are disappearing. Oh, you went. Only top superhero country always jokes about a racist game that doesn't support Azerty here. I mean, yeah, I mean that's a little harsh. Like, because it's not like, I don't think it's a developer being intentionally racist. I think it's just like me, didn't know. If they knew, they'd probably like support it. Just lack of knowledge. Yeah, I understand. So the reason the walls are disappearing now is right now the walls are meant to be a certain height, and then they go down a set numbers. They go down 990 units. But we just made the door shorter, and so they're just going into the ground. Or the walls, I mean. So they're just going too far down. But some of them are still the full size, and some of them are not. So so next time we're going to basically detect the height of them, and then move them down relative to their height. So, and we already have the bounds of the object, so that'll be easy because that's how we're getting the bounds here, and that's how we're adding the collision box. Which, if I unhide it, is basically how this whole thing works. Where if I come here, you see it's overlapping, and if I come here, right, there's the collisions. So yeah, it should be, I can use that same information to figure out how far down to go. Hey Al, welcome in. You're joining at the end. I'll make that hidden again. Which is great because this is how now I'm able to raise and lower, right, and modify those walls without actually, falling out, right? Because otherwise, right now, I'd be able to just run out, even because it's right, it's gone, it's just moved down. But yeah, we're going to modify that, so we'll adjust that next time. But yeah, it's the end of the night. You need to go to bed. Your girlfriend will be angry with you. Yeah, I'm wrapping up as well. Thank you guys for joining me. Tomorrow, Saturday, so I'll be making the tutorial for Sunday on the real-time PCG stuff. And then Sunday, we'll do game day. I'm wondering if I'm thinking maybe playing Binding of Isaac. I haven't done that on stream yet. Maybe some more Hades too. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. They're fantastic games. Fantastic games. Love them. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. I learned a lot. Yeah, back Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hope to see you guys then. Take care. Bye-bye.